Miss Mandee here with the Huntsville-Madison County Public Library, and I'm bringing you guys a STEM video. This one's going to be a lot of fun. It's on chain reactions. If you don't know what a chain reaction is, it's when some sort of movement creates another set of movement, and then something else moves, something else moves. So if you're walking down the sidewalk with a group of friends, you trip, bump into the person next to you, which causes them to bump into somebody, and maybe they fall down. That's a chain reaction, okay? So what you need to think about is how to start the movement and keep it going, okay? For example, dominoes. Now, I swear as a kid, I don't think I learned how to play a game of dominoes until I was like 20. All I did was create chain reactions. I loved stacking up the dominoes just so, and then making them all fall down in a really cool pattern, okay? Now I haven't finished this one yet because I really didn't want to accidentally knock it over. So all you gotta do to make a chain reaction is to set things up that you can then put into motion, okay? Now these dominoes right now, they're just standing there. But they still have something called static energy. Static energy is like your couch in your living room. It's just static. It's not moving. It's not doing anything. So the dominoes, they're not doing anything. But if I finish, I'm trying to do this without knocking them over before I'm ready because Miss Mandee might cry a little bit. All right. So think of chain reactions is steps, okay? My finger starts the movement, which will then bump into the domino, which then bumps into the other domino, which hopefully will fall, knocking this little pill caddy that will roll, hit this domino. Okay, so stage 1, stage 2, and hopefully stage 2 will cause all of these to fall down, which would be stage 3. Okay? All right. Let's hope I can do it. I hope I didn't put the little thing too far away. You got to make sure it's close enough for the domino to hit it. Okay? All right. Fingers crossed. Here we go. I'm going to start the movement, and then it's going to be a chain reaction. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold on. That's the cool thing about science. It's all about experimenting. Okay, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Chain reaction! I used to make those all the time as a kid. Now, I used books to give it like a stair step up. These under here were just for structure because my book is paperback and it kept trying to bend down, and that's no good. So you can add all kind of cool things to a chain reaction. Now, if you don't have dominoes, that's okay. Anything that's long that can balance on its edge, but can also be knocked over. That's all you need. I love dominoes because, well, usually you get a bunch of them when you buy dominoes. You can also use all kinds of cool things. If you have cardstock, if you don't, you can just use a whole bunch of sheets of paper and fold it like it's one. And you can take the edges of the paper and fold it up and make like a ramp. And you can build up a ramp with books. If you have any marbles, I don't have any marbles, which is why I was using a little pill caddy. But if you have marbles, you can cause a domino to knock into the marble, pushing it down the ramp, and as it falls down the ramp, maybe it finds another domino and boop, knocks it over, starts a whole new set of chain reactions. See how many cool things you can add into your chain reaction. Can you make different levels? Like with the ramp, could you prop up enough books to give the ramp a nice little sliding effect so your marble, or maybe you have a Matchbox car, or like a little train thing that with wheels, anything that rolls to go down the ramp, okay? Or you can maybe use a pulley. If you don't know what a pulley is, it's a wheel with a string. So you could use a craft stick, a pencil, whatever you have, put a toilet paper roll over it, and then you can wrap a string around it and use it to pull something up, or let something fall down. Maybe you knock a domino into a cup that's attached to that string and it rides its way down to knock over something else. If you can build one grand enough, they actually call it a Rube Goldberg machine. And that's when you have marbles and ramps, and maybe you have pulleys, all different kinds of crazy things going on. You can find some really cool videos on YouTube about those. Maybe you could put a zip line in it. Take the action all the way across the room. Something that can slide down your zip line and bump into something that starts a whole nother chain reaction. And we talked about ramps. And all right, so try different levels. Try different things to bump into things. You can use a ball, a marble. If you have a roller skate, if you have something heavy enough that can bump into the roller skate and make it go, as long as you keep the movement going. Because if you set them up and a domino falls short, like it did at the beginning, it's not going to finish the chain reaction. Because you want the energy to flow all the way through it. So no stopping. You got to keep it going. And then I have a really cool one to show you. Let me move all these dominoes out of the way. The camera can pan down. I have this super cool woven craft stick chain reaction, okay? If you can't tell, I'm having to weigh it down, and you'll find out why in a minute. But for now, I'm going to show you how to build it, okay? So, a bunch of craft sticks. You can, if they're different colors, it'll be even cooler, but this is all I had in a great quantity. So, you start by making an X, okay? And then you want to weave them in, okay? So sometimes it's hard to get them to come up. Oh my goodness, my fingernails are not helping me out either. Here we go. All right, so you want to go under the X and over, okay? So you have the X, and then this thing is gonna look like an A, all right? Then you want to go over this one, but under this one. So sometimes it's easier to go under than over, okay? All right. Then take another one. You want to get it under this one, over this one, okay? So weave it. Oh, let me move this one out of the way a little bit. And it gets harder the longer you go, okay? And don't let go of it no matter what you do. And then you want to go under, over. Okay, sort of like basket weaving. Just making a nice little pattern. I'm not going to do it long. It took me a long time to make that one. I'm just showing you. Under, over. Okay. Now it's going to get harder and harder. Woo. Something let go. Get back under there. It's going to get harder and harder. Get back under there to hold it down. Okay, it's just going to have to stay that way. Because what you're doing, I think I got a splinter, is creating potential energy. All right, last one. Going to go under, over. All right. Oh man, it may not do it because that last one popped out. But the reason I said don't let go of it is because when you let go of it, so you took, by putting all of those craft sticks, weaving them together, making it tighter and tighter and tighter, what happens is the back part of it starts to lift. And I accidentally bumped it and one popped out. So you don't want to do that. So you weave them in tighter and tighter and tighter, okay? And if you look at this one, all right, I'm gonna hold it down, but I'm moving the weight off of it so you can see. All right, so this one is pretty long, right? If you can tell, the end of it is off the table. And then it goes down, and it comes up a little bit and down. It's almost like waves. With the weaving, it got so tight, I'm creating and storing energy. Energy that is stored is potential energy. It has the potential to do something amazing, okay? But right now, I'm holding it down. Now, when I let go, this is gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be really cool. But I can only do it once. So make sure you're watching. Are you watching? Are you paying attention? All right, you ready? Here we go. I'm about to make a really big mess. You ready? In 3, 2, 1. What? The cats don't know what to think about that. So that was a great example of stored energy, which is potential energy, which we turned into kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the actual movement. That was also a chain reaction because when I lifted my finger, one popsicle stick popped and then the next popped, pop, 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 all the way down. So I hope you liked this one on chain reactions. It wasn't very long, but it was pretty cool. So dominoes, any kind of ball or marble, craft sticks, you can do a lot of cool stuff with that. Build yourself a ramp and see how crazy you can make your chain reactions. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.